Matt Thomas here for Xtra.ca, standing outside the historic Massey Hall Theatre here in Toronto, eagerly awaiting the arrival of one of my favorite bitchy queens, Sandra Bernhard. She's in town as a part of Pride this year, debuting her brand new show, a mix of live theater, show tunes, and improv. Let's go take a look inside. I feel like you were born to be on the stage. What does it feel like for you up there in front of an audience?
Well, it always feels like where I belong, you know, my life's blood, my passion, the thing that I love the most, outside of, you know, people and, you know, good things in life. But this is what I do, and I love it.
When was the moment you realized that the stage was your home?
When I was 5 years old.
What happened?
Oh, I just knew that I wanted to be a performer. I think certain people are just born into this world knowing what they want to do. Mm-hmm. So they just, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do it.
200 years, 250 years of slavery. We're going to break the chains this year. I can feel it. And it will be a celebration. We will be serving up fried chicken. We will be serving up all the delicious foods. We'll be godly bean pie. We will be helping the Muslims, the black Muslims. Oh shit, honey. The whiteys are gonna go shit. Oh, honey. Whitey on the moon. You ain't ready for what's gonna happen. A revolution will be televised.
10 years ago, you were on Roseanne playing a queer character. 10 years later, you know, you were on The L Word playing a queer character.
No, I didn't play a queer character on The L Word.
Character on a queer show, pardon me.
Yeah, exactly.
Pardon me. But how do you think things have changed for actors playing queer on TV?
It seems like there's no issue about it anymore. You know, I think that we've reached a new plateau in gay culture and in straight culture. And I think, you know, there's been so much cross-pollination that people are all just getting comfortable with the idea.
Me and Mrs. Jones? Oh, Mrs. Jones, who knew when we first met over a Remy Martin? Her being an Aquarius, myself being a Gemini, that we would become so involved so quickly, so intensely. We were both seeing other people when we first met, but before we knew, we got ourselves in much too deep, child, way over our heads. And I'll tell you something else, ladies and gentlemen, and you've got to believe me when I say, because I never, no, I have never lied.
How's motherhood changed you as an artist?
Well, I mean, it's changed me as a person. It's changed my heart and my soul. So I think that my work is a reflection of that more than, it's not about my work, it's about me. So you keep evolving as a person, and your work is a reflection of that.
You feel like Columbus crossing the Atlantic. You've discovered the new world. You feel free. Thank God Almighty, free at last. Woo, 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 woo. Do it, Sylvester. Do it, girl.
So now you're here as a part of Pride Toronto. What's your favorite, like, Pride memory, juicy moment?
You know, I'm not really a Pride person per se. I mean, I love performing at Pride because I think people are really, you know, amped up and they're really looking forward to getting out and seeing great entertainment. So I think for me, it's just this kind of support that I get from my audience.
Then this guy pulls out a little bottle and shoves them up underneath your nose. They're poppers. You never smelled them before, and they kind of stink, but you're starting to feel kind of sexy and hot and sweaty and fucked up and into the rhythm. And he leads you out to the dance floor, but inside your head it keeps echoing, but I'm straight, man. I'm straight. I'm straight.
No, I've always loved that you've been really kind of smartly critical about the queer community. What advice would you give to, like, the queer community as far as, like, how it's processing itself and putting itself out there? Like, what do the gays need to hear for the future?
Well, I just think, you know, I think it's really evolved quite a bit, you know. I mean, the late 80s, early 90s, when everybody was super PC and you had to be a certain way and make certain statements about your sexuality. I think everybody's kind of postmodern about, you know, their sexuality, about feminism, and I think we're going to a new place of sophistication. So I really feel like I have a lot of hope that people are kind of transcending the cliches.
America. set yourself free, set yourself free. America, America. God bless you. Shine your light on you, America.
And I've always loved that you always tell people how it is. Who's the one person you would love to just get some FaceTime with and tell them to get their shit together?
Once again, I mean, I can't think of one person in particular because, I mean, for me, it's just anybody who's like suppressive and anybody who wants to like go around changing people and like lecture people and tell them that their lifestyle is, you know, dangerous and corrupt. Those are the people I want to talk to in a gentle way and hopefully bring them around. But I think so much is fear-based in this world, and I think it's really about ridding ourselves of you know, unnecessary fear and negativity and doubt.
Are you ready for a change? I know you are. And I know you've set the trend here in Toronto, in Canada.
The show was fucking fantastic. It was
Thank
phenomenal,
you.
and
Thank you.
I hope we get a chance to see you again in Toronto here. And
No, you will. I mean, I'm definitely. I love the Toronto crowds, and I love being here. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sandra Bernhard. Let's give the lady our support.